Hi, I'm Josh Rackless, and I'm here on behalf of eBOSS Canada, and I'm going to interview the team that created the movie Sheikh Jackson. We've got the writer-director and two of the stars. It's going to be an awesome conversation, so watch it. It's kind of really cool to see you in person, because like 10 minutes ago I was watching you guys on screen, and you're new to me. I guess you were behind the camera. I just heard somebody said that you're the Egypt nomination for the Oscar Foreign Film category. Is that a new news thing?
It's true.
Yes, it just happened yesterday. We have an Egyptian submission to the Oscars, yes.
So, are you excited?
Super excited.
Did you expect that? Did you know what your competition was, or was this like, wow, out of the blue?
Actually, I thought that this is going to happen next year, because I didn't know that we are qualified for this year, but I just understood that we are, because the film is going to be released before October starts. So that was like a surprise because of the timing more. Yeah.
Wow. So it's a great way to celebrate TIFF. Has it actually screened at TIFF yet?
Just for press and industry, but the world premiere is going to be on the 15th.
Okay.
In Scotiabank theaters.
Oh, great. Well, I'll go check that out. I want to see the crowd reaction. It's a very unique movie. I haven't seen any movies before that take place in Egypt and involve somebody who loves Michael Jackson. Like, how did you come up with this idea? How did this whole thing start?
It started with a phone call that happened 3 years ago with Omar Khalid, my co-writer. I didn't know him back then. He just called me and said, I have this idea about the Salafi who loves Michael Jackson. So I said, wow, I was a Salafi. I was in love with Michael Jackson. So I really want to write this. This is almost an autobiography to me. So I wrote the script, and he helped me a lot with it, and he worked with me on it, and it went well. 11 drafts, doing my best to make it less self-indulgent and more cinematic. Yeah. And I hope I succeeded.
Yeah,
you did.
Yeah.
Obviously.
They're biased because they're in it, but I can tell you, you did succeed. And were there any unique challenges? Because it's kind of hard to tell. Like in the movie, it takes place in a very sort of religiously constrictive country. Obviously, you know, he's not even allowed to like Michael Jackson, that kind of thing. Were there similar struggles making the movie? Did you face, like, is it, I don't know how it is shooting a movie in Egypt. Is it difficult, or is it just you can do whatever you want?
We call Egypt the Hollywood of the Middle East somehow. We have the biggest number of films each year in all across the Middle East, including Iran and even Israel. We do more than 50 films per year. So Egypt is a very cinematic country in a way. This film in particular didn't have many chances regarding shooting, but it had chances with the writing, with the preparing, like any other film in any other place. I don't think if I shot it like anywhere else, it would have been a lot harder. So yeah, I didn't have challenges regarding Egypt. Only the artistic challenges that every film can face.
Okay, so like, you know, you were shooting in, I guess those were mosques?
Yeah, one of the mosques where the dance happened, we couldn't shoot that in a real mosque, of course, so we had to build it as a set. But the other scene was shot in this mosque. It was okay. We didn't have a problem shooting, like finding locations and such. Especially, it was just the exception was the scene when the prayers dance in the mosque.
Okay, great. Yeah, because I know in some countries you got to sneak around and you're not really supposed to be shooting movies, but they're totally cool with it there.
No, in Egypt, it's a very like.
They make a lot of movies in Egypt.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah. All right, have you guys acted in movies before?
These are superstars in Egypt.
Yeah, dude. I mean, we're famous in the whole region.
Actually, this is a star-studded film. Like literally every person in the film is a star that came just like because they love the script.
It's like an all-star cast.
Yeah. So
all these pretty ladies that are doing 3-4 scenes, they're actually big celebrities in the Arab world.
Yeah,
actually, the mom is like one of the biggest superstars.
Biggest celebrities.
Actually, she's like very known in the Middle East.
Actually, everyone who came to the film, like all the women in the film, they are all superstars, and they just came because like I emotionally bribed them. So I called them all like, I'm doing this film, and we don't have a budget, and and they didn't take money, and they came for free, and they made a favor. Like every scene you will see another girl, like this is a really superstar in Egypt.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they all have their own films, like leads.
Yes.
Oh, really?
So,
Okay.
Actually, Yasmin Rais, she has a movie here in Toronto.
Yes.
Sorry, which one?
Yasmin Rais.
Shireen, when he meets her, like
the girl that sings on the guitar,
Oh, she's amazing.
She has a leading role here
She has a
in
leading role in
Toronto.
front
Really?
here. It's called the Days of Uncle Thum.
The Days of Uncle Thum.
And you scored her for like a 2-minute scene.
Yeah, she came. She came actually. That's quite a story. Actually, she came because no other actress in Egypt would do the kiss. So she was the only one who was willing to do the kiss.
Yeah,
In Egypt,
she's the producer's wife,
Yeah.
and she is a star. And
Yes.
we were like, dude, I mean, we need a girl to kiss. Like, bring your wife.
Yeah.
And
It wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. She's a really close friend. She's a
And then we never saw you guys again.
Yeah. He will be killed.
Yeah,
Yes.
and we'll take him.
No, no,
Yeah, it was his fault.
So yeah, no, she's a very close friend, and she loved the script, and she was like, I want to be in this film, and it was like, actually there's this role, but it has a kiss, because this is a big issue for Egyptian actresses to do a kiss.
I was
Yeah.
going to say, yeah.
So she came actually, and she made it, and actually I really want to give her the credit, because she's not a singer, and she sang that song, and she went
She's
to
good.
learn singing, and she took around 4 weeks of singing rehearsals just for this one day of shooting.
Wow.
She did an extra amount of effort. She spent a lot of time with the makeup department to fix a wig for her. That's not her real hair.
Did you have to do her hair to look like the earlier girl?
Yes.
The earlier girl.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
So she used to tell me, I made an effort in this film more than the other films where I played the lead. She really did a great effort for this film.
Wow.
And it shows.
Yeah, and actually she's award-winning like lead actress and everything, and she just came for that day and made all this effort for free. She didn't take a penny.
Is it different then, like, being superstars in Egypt and then coming here where idiots like me don't even know who you are? It's like, hello, do you know who we are?
It's easier for them to make shopping here.
Right,
Yeah, to enter malls
Exactly.
and stuff. Yeah.
So you guys are like the One Direction of Egypt kind of thing? Like they're all going to...
They're much better than that.
No.
Tom
Cruise
not.
and the Zac Efron.
Yeah, we're not a music group.
Not a
So
boy
this
band.
guy is, everybody compared this guy to Ashton Kutcher actually.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because he had
yeah.
this thing with like liking older women and
Uh-huh.
being like
And pranking my.
Okay.
pranking people.
So you're the
But in
Ashton
real life,
Kutcher of
though.
Yeah,
Egypt.
he's the Ashton Kutcher.
And what are you?
This guy is like we can say Zac Efron.
No, man, I'm just myself.
So,
What's that other guy that is in Spielberg Transformers? What's
Shia LaBeouf?
Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, he was here last week, so...
Shia
You're-
LaBeouf.
Yeah, he was here for film.
Yeah, he played John McEnroe, the tennis guy. Shia LaBeouf's gone a little off the rocker, though, so you seem a bit more stable.
No.
I mean, it was interesting, because the movie is all about a guy who loves Michael Jackson. I guess you both play the same character, so I'm just pointing at everyone here. Was it a challenge? Obviously, you couldn't use Michael Jackson's music. Did you originally cut the movie using his actual music, and then have to go back and write new music to it?
We were hoping to get the rights. We had a budget for it. We wanted
Yeah.
to get it. We did everything we can to get the rights, but we couldn't. So not to depress myself, I thought like I should do something that's more true to the film.
Yeah.
And I told my composers we should do something that's suitable for our story and true to the character, true to the drama, and at the same time a music that if Michael Jackson was alive would have liked it. So
Yeah.
I tried to pep talk them a bit so we can do something good with it, and I'm actually now more happy. Like I remember when the first couple of cuts for the film. Whenever Michael Jackson music started like playing in the edit, I thought like I'm switching the channel to MTV or something. It just didn't feel that suitable for it.
Right.
So I think now it's better. Like even if I now have the option to get the rights, I would stick with what we did.
How did you cast these guys? Did you just like, if I can get these superstars, or did you make them audition and sort of play the roles?
No, it was obvious to everybody that this is Fishawy's role, and it's obvious to everybody that Malek is Fishawy's younger self. So, and both are great actors, and the father is a great actor, and yeah, I always say that in this film, especially, this is when this happened to me all through the film, where I say action and I just watch. I don't like. I'm an audience.
Yeah.
After I say action, I just enjoy what they're doing, and that was amazing. Like I don't remember any take that was, any shot that was done for more than 3 takes. Like we're so into the characters and so into film and so on track. So I was very lucky with casting this film.
Now you guys are playing the same person. Did you have to study each other and decide, okay, we're going to copy?
No, we
each
didn't have to
other's-
do that.
Nothing.
Just
I mean,
naturally.
Did you
Yeah.
watch each other's scenes, like to see what they were doing? Or?
Nah, because
I
we're-
did.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
you
did before shooting my version, because the movie is like you saw, it's like the presence in the
The
past.
flashbacks to
Yeah,
you,
in the
yeah.
past and the flashbacks. So I had for a bit just to know like where Fishawy was taking the role out, so I don't go out of the track. But I didn't make it in a very like study. I just like saw the aspect from outside. But
Yeah.
I know Fishawy pretty well, and like
Yeah, we've
in
been
real
friends
life.
for a few years.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like I could sense it. So it came naturally, I guess, and of course with Amr's direction and everything.
Great. And speaking of natural, was that you grew out your hair sort of to be more like Michael Jackson? Was that your real hair?
I wish it was a wig.
Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
but
It looked
if you couldn't
realistic.
figure it out,
Yeah, yeah.
so yeah, it worked. I was very anxious about it, to be honest. I was like, always, Amr, does it look real? Fishawy, does it look real? But
That's funny.
yeah.
So the movie, I mean, Michael Jackson is kind of my generation. I grew up with him with the Thriller video, and then I remember when he died. It's probably a bit before your time, but
Yeah,
did you go back and research Michael, or did you know about
Yeah,
it?
of course I did. I rediscovered Michael with Duda, the character I was performing, and I fell in love with him just the same way Duda discovered Michael. So it was a journey of discovering Michael with the character I was performing.
And you both have dance scenes. Did you both train to learn to dance like Michael
Yeah, like
Jackson?
for about 3-4 months.
Oh, really?
Both were together,
Yeah.
dancing, just amazing.
Was it really you guys all, or was there like a stunt double sometimes when it's like back, you know?
No,
it was us all the time.
Oh, that's amazing. So have you considered maybe a new career as Michael Jackson in person?
Well, I mean, if they don't send me any more films, I'll
backup plan,
be doing
yeah.
some bar and club work.
Her husband
Her
was
husband,
a famous
yes.
director and a famous producer.
And he's producing this
a
film.
producer in this film will kill Fishawy when he goes back. If you still have money with him, you're not.
No,
making it.
Hedy
Was he on set
knows.
that day watching the kiss? Like, okay, how we doing this? One take, that's fine. We
But
got
that's it.
No, we gotta get another. Nope.
Actually, it was only.
Yes, it was only one take.
It was only one take because the sun was dropping. So
Yeah.
I had like to have the take and like
But-
after I said cut, the sun dropped.
Yeah, but it was good. It was
Yeah.
spontaneous. It was real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
She really slapped it hard after it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt that as well. And that actually, to me, was like, I mean, we don't want to spoil the movie, but it was a very emotional point, because, I mean, I can't relate to living in Egypt and all that, but I can relate to sort of pining after a girl for years, and in my
Yes.
head, maybe I can still get her or whatever,
Yes,
and then
yes,
you
yes.
finally meet up with her again, and it's like, oh, wait, wake up, reality, that was
Yes.
20 years ago, she doesn't
Yes.
feel the same, blah, blah,
Yes,
blah.
yes, yes.
Was that in your life history that you drew on for that? Or?
Actually, the irony is right before I come to Toronto, the real girl that I based the character on, I met her for the first time after 19 years
Oh,
since I
wow.
left high school. She's the one who got me to love Michael Jackson. She's the one I loved for 3 years in high school and never talked to her. We met and we hang out like just before I come to Toronto, and it was like really ironic.
Oh, that's crazy.
And she knew about this. No,
Yeah, I was going to say, we hung out. Yeah.
After he goes back from Toronto.
No, I can't kiss her.
That's why he's got the slap.
But she was like really flattered that this character is based on her.
Yeah. It's almost like the whole movie is driving towards that girl.
Yeah.
What was your journey to becoming a film or TV director? Like, how did you get from the beginning to here?
From how did I become a director?
What was your career like? Like, did you go to film school or?
No, I didn't go to film school at all. I was self-taught. Everything that I know is self-taught. I was when I was a kid, I used to write and draw, and I wanted to be an animator, 3D animation. I wanted to get into visual effects. So making films was like, it made sense because it combines all of my talents together somehow. So, and I started doing indie films at the beginning, like short films. I did everything. I produced them, I wrote them, I directed them. Sometimes I acted in them. I did the editing, the effects, everything. So yeah, filmmaking, like if I can, I would do everything. Like my first feature, I literally did everything. I edited it, I directed it, everything.
Yeah, that's what I tell people. You just got to hustle. I mean, with technology now, you can shoot a movie on your phone. Just do it. Don't be like waiting for somebody. How did you guys break out? Like, how long have you been stars, or how did it start?
Oh, well, I started...
They both were child actors, actually. This is
Yeah, we both started as children. I started my professional acting career when I was 17, and I'm 36 now. But I did acting because my parents are actors. They're both well known in the Middle East, Farouk Al Fishawy and Sumail Alfi. So my mom's an actress, my dad's an actor / producer. So from there, I go to the set, and it's a magical world that they build around them to tell people a story, and that's what really got me loving this filmmaking.
Yeah. And what was your journey?
It was written for me, I guess. I did that since I was like 12 or something. even 11.
Okay. And
So
how old are you now?
it was
Is it a
always there,
secret?
22. No,
Okay,
it's not
yeah.
a secret.
Cool. So you've
Yeah.
just both been growing up with it.
Yeah.
Cool. What project are you most proud of? Why? I mean, maybe it's this one, or is it something else?
Yeah, this one and another film I made was called Asma.
Yeah.
Asma was about a woman who's living with HIV in Egypt. It was based on a true story, and I'm really proud of Asma, and I'm mainly proud of most of my work. But Asma and Sheikh Jackson are the most I'm proud of.
Great. What about you guys?
Well, Sheikh Jackson and Clash, the movie that went to Cannes last year.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
I'll go with the Sheikh Jackson, of course, and 45 Days and 6, 7, 8.
All right, I'm going to look these all up, and next time we meet, I'm going to have seen your entire filmography.
Yeah.
What advice do you have for anyone at the beginning of their directing career?
Just shoot
Yeah,
and
just do
go
it.
back and edit. And I always say the advice is three things: read a lot,
Weed?
read.
A lot of weed.
Weed a lot, and you'll be fine.
Is there a lot of that in Egypt?
Yeah,
Of course. We have hash too, really good hash.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So-
We're doing a field trip. We're going to shoot on location next time.
Read a lot, experiment a lot, and watch a lot. That's what I-
Okay. And what advice, or when you're auditioning talent, what qualities do you look for in people when you're casting?
When I cast,
Yeah.
just to feel right. I feel like there's no advice I can give about casting, because sometimes it just feels right. And I always say, if you do your casting right,
Yeah.
that's 80% of the job.
Yeah, I've heard
Yeah.
that before too. This question probably doesn't apply. It says, what balance do you strike between getting to the mind of the person who wrote the script and using your own creative instincts once you've absorbed the text? But you write the
He
scripts.
wrote, yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, but sometimes I direct stuff that I didn't write.
Yeah.
But I have to put something in the script that's mine, that's personal, that's
Yeah.
relevant to me.
Yeah.
In any script I'm directing, even if it's not mine, I directed a lot of things, but if I don't feel this ownership,
Yeah.
the set turns into hell. Yeah, literally.
right.
I don't want to like continue the day of shooting. If
Right,
I
you don't care, it's
I
not
don't care.
invested, yeah.
I feel like a what do I call it? Like, I don't want to say a bad word, but I feel I can't work for hire. I have to have something personal in every text I'm directing.
Right, okay.
Actually, everything went fine.
Yeah.
Very smoothly.
Okay.
We didn't have long days on the set.
No.
We finished on time.
That's good when they say that,
That's-
because actually we had very long days. Sometimes
They didn't
22
seem long.
They didn't feel long.
Yeah, because
You surround yourself by the hottest actresses in Egypt. you know?
no, but we really love the project. Like if you watch the dailies, like if you watch the
Yeah.
like behind the scenes,
Yeah.
it was like a party all day. Really.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we had a
really-
lot of fun.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun.
Okay, I want to see the documentary about that. All elements of a production are important. If you had to spend a lot of money on two production areas, what two areas are critically important to spend money on in order to get it right? So yeah, what would you focus on?
Putting the money where in film?
Yeah, if you could only spend money like on two areas of the film, what are the two
Yeah.
most important?
I think actors, of
Yeah.
course. This is an actor-based industry.
Yep.
And the other one is getting the right crew. It's all about the calibers, I believe.
Yeah.
It's all about the calibers.
So don't worry too much about, oh, we need the perfect lighting or the sound or whatever.
No,
you
you will
obviously
get.
need that, but
You will get like they call it. There's always this triangle. It's time, it's calibers, it's money. So
Yeah.
if you want, money should be on calibers. Like the crew and the cast. Like those are the most important things.
Okay, great.
Sometimes I can wait like for months just to get the right gaffer. Like it's
so it does
really,
matter, yeah.
it really matters the calibers you were working with.
because a lot of people laugh at that. You see the credits like gaffer, it's like, oh, who cares who the gaffer was? But it makes
no.
makes
No,
a difference. Yeah.
every
Yeah.
single person makes a huge difference in a film.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Unfortunately, gaffers don't walk around being mobbed in shopping malls.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's why they're happy about that. How does a director market him or herself if they're looking for their next job? So, like, do you go out there and promote yourself and send your reel around, or how does that work?
Of course, networking is very important. Sending your film everywhere, showing up everywhere. Like I think, marketing yourself. The more important. This is the key advice I always give. Don't focus on chasing people in the industry. But instead chase more audience. Like the more audience know about you, the industry will seek you. But don't seek the industry, seek the audience.
That makes sense. Be someone that they come to because they want you, because they can see you're popular. Like, do you guys have huge Instagram followings?
Yes, we do.
I don't care much about that, but yeah, we do. Yeah.
Well, I don't care, but I've got 50 million people following me, but whatever. Must be nice. I've got 5. What can the film TV industry do differently in order to grow? So maybe in Egypt, is there anything you'd recommend to make the Egyptian industry even bigger? It sounds like it's pretty rocking right now.
I don't believe it has to be bigger. I believe it has to be better.
Yeah.
I believe it's now we have the best equipment. We have the best like calibers. We always struggle with the scripts. So that's why to make the film industry better is to have more workshops, more training to writers, more exposure to writers. They should travel. They should learn about film writing better, because we always suffer with the scripts.
Yeah, that makes sense. And finally, he says, who are your mentors and why? So are there big Hollywood people or Egyptian people that you sort of look up to?
Like in general, I have a couple of favorite directors, but the people I call mentors are actually 2. One of them is Hani Abu Assad, who's a Palestinian director nominated for Oscar twice, and he's the producer of my next film. And Hani Abu Assad is he just like his film just premiered here, The Mountain Between Us, starring Kate Winslet and Idris Elba.
Not bad.
Yeah. Hani Abu Assad is such a role model and such an inspiration, because he came from like Palestine, and now he's one of the Hollywood directors, and he's the only one who made that leap from the Arab world. Wow. And he's a good friend and a mentor. And also Muhammad Hafzi, who's the producer of this film, and he also helped me with the writer. And without him, I would have been a filmmaker. He trusted in me and believed in me without a film degree, without being ever in the industry. He just saw my shorts and he backed me up from start to finish.
Great. And then just one final question. So that's something I thought of myself when I was watching the movie. It kind of reminded me of Slumdog Millionaire or even Lion, like in that it's, flashbacks to different ages and kind of a restrictive religious culture. Was that in your head sort of when you were working out the structure or anything?
Lion came out after I finished shooting, actually, but yeah, Slumdog Millionaire, definitely, I watched it a lot before I wrote this film.
Because even the title, Sheikh Jackson, Slumdog Millionaire.
No, actually, Slumdog Millionaire is one of my favorites. It's in my library, and but to be honest, I can't find a film where I really inspired for this one, but the closest are this one and Cinema Paradiso. Cinema Paradiso, maybe Tonatoi is one of my favorite directors ever, and Cinema Paradiso is about this like instead of cinema, it's Michael Jackson. It's instead of you know what I mean. So Cinema Paradiso is one of my biggest influences to this film.
Okay, and do you think he might shoot a sequel where he actually becomes a Michael Jackson impersonator, tours around? I can see that.
On a spiritual, emotional level, it's a sequel to a film I did before. It's called Excuse My French.
Okay.
It was about myself as well when I was in middle school, and this somehow is about me in high school. So yeah, this is somehow a spiritual sequence to that film. But the other one was like had more of a comedic tone and to it, and it was much funnier than this one. Yeah. So I hope I grew with this one. Like those 2 films are coming out of age in a way. And they are somehow sequels. I don't know if I'm gonna make a 3rd one about me after I'm becoming like an old film director that nobody cares about his life. So it's fine.
Freudian slip. All right. Well, I guess you guys will beat the Oscars. I get. Yeah. Okay. So if you need somebody to follow you around and film you for your Instagram, I'm your man. Great. Thanks so much, and everybody go out to watch this at TIFF.